Hey guys, welcome to another interview on this channel. Today I have a great friend of mine all the way from the UK, internet marketing expert, guru, and CEO at Internet Profits, Dean Holland. Thank you, Dean, for being here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, excited to be here. Looking forward to the conversation. It's been a good while since we've seen each other, hasn't it? So yeah, great to catch up.
Absolutely. First time we met was 2017, I think, at a conference of John Pemberton. Was Frontline Marketing, yeah. And obviously there were so many speakers, but not because you are here, but honestly, you were the best. My favorite, of course.
Oh, wow. Well, even if you're saying that just because I am here, that's fine. Compliments are good.
No, I remember I was really blown away. We were talking, I think, about like the perfect offer, which we're going to reveal today as well. We're going to talk about that as well. And it was like, oh my God, I love this guy. And obviously always smiling, like good guy. That's really, really cool. So excited to be here. Obviously, there will be some people, maybe they don't know you yet. So if you want to make an intro, who you are, your story, and then we go into the questions.
Yeah, sure. No, I appreciate that. So yeah, like you say, I've been in this space quite a long time now, actually. The first time I turned to the internet and I did that search, how to make more money, ways to make some extra money, on Google or wherever it was back in 2004. So I was in quite a low paying job at that point and was just really looking for, I really didn't set out on the internet to try and make millions of dollars or get to where we are today. I just literally wanted to find something that could help me make a bit more money, just to, be able to. I was in my early 20s back then. So, my friends were going on vacations and things, and I really couldn't afford to do anything. And so I was just like, how can I make a few extra $100 a month? Maybe would even make my life better back then. And so I stumbled across a lot of different things, network marketing, affiliate marketing, and even some offline opportunities and a whole host of other things that I would try over several years. And unfortunately, my story, as I've now learned, is quite typical, as in I lost a lot of money, like a lot. I was very naive, very stupid, made some bad decisions. And ultimately, I would say that I believed a lot of the hype that unfortunately is in this industry. There's no shortage of people that are willing to tell you can get rich quick with no work, no money, all these kind of claims that you see that are unfortunately quite prominent in this industry. And I believed it all. And so over a 4-year period up until about 2008, I ended up where I had 5 credit cards. I used all of those. They were almost all maxed out. I ended up having 2 bank loans. So by about the age of 24 or 25, I was in over $60,000 of debt. And unfortunately, all of that came because I was trying to make more money. I didn't actually have any debt when I first started looking, which is the crazy thing. But thankfully, obviously, we sit here today because that story did change. And it changed because thankfully, I found a good mentor. I used the last bit of money I had on a credit card, about $1,000, I think it was, in 2008. I joined a coaching program and I learned what I now realize is the fundamental skills to actually build an online business. I think when you see all these claims of get rich quick and all this kind of stuff, like nobody really talks about the skills that you have to learn. In fact, I think it would be fair to say that some people would view the word skill or work as something that would scare a lot of people off, right? Because people are looking for something easy, something quick. But I really realized that if you can learn what those fundamental skills are, and I'm sure maybe we'll get into that on the call, and you dedicate yourself to learning those, a few exciting things happen, in my opinion, is that actually there's not that many things you need to focus on learning to build a profitable online business. There's, just a small number of things. And if you can identify those and learn what they are, that changes everything. And that's exactly what happened to me. And if we sort of fast forward just to kind of share how quickly it did happen at that point, because sometimes people that do hear my story, they think about it as like, oh, this get rich quick story, but they forget about those first 4 or 5 years of struggle. See, after that coaching program, I went from 4.5 years of complete failure. I spent over 60,000, as I say, and I didn't even make one commission as an affiliate, not a dime in that time. But within 8 or 9 months, I quit my job. And then the following year, I made over $600,000. And then since then, I've sold over $10 million of products. So it really was a turnaround. And it all came back to learning the right things from the right people.
Amazing. Yeah, I think then I was actually lucky because for me, the first company I found, it was 2016 when I started online. It was an affiliate marketing company. And actually, I was successful like straight away. Wow. So maybe lucky, to find the right company, the right mentor that maybe took you 4 years to find. But yeah, so, many people that approach the online business, they see so many opportunities and different businesses, from info marketing, affiliate marketing, to drop shipping, e-commerce, Amazon FBA, so many. So in your opinion, what would you recommend to the little guy, to the average person that wants to start out an online business right now? What type of business?
Yeah, such a great question. I think you hit the nail on the head. There's too many options. There are, and I've always said for a long time now, the internet is good and bad. It's great because it can connect you with all the information in the world, but that's the exact same reason it's also bad, because it can connect you with all the information in the world. So, I would love just to preface what I'm about to say with this. I'd like to think that this type of question I do bring quite a unique perspective to, because I think, when I look online, and I've got, many friends like yourself, many peers in the industry as well, that, they focused on becoming a master, an expert at one main thing. And of course, when you've learned and focused on one main thing, your opinion is, and your perception is that this is the best thing in the world, and this is what everybody should do. And I completely respect that and understand that. And in many cases, that's right. But what I've done over the last sort of 10 or so years, I have and still do affiliate marketing to this day, a great 6-figure a year business as an affiliate. But I've also created my own courses, my own products. I've got my own books. I've done speaking on stages. I've got a 6-figure a month cosmetics brand, in the e-commerce space. So I think I've done a lot of different things. So all these options, I think I've tried most of them, or still have businesses in them. And having done all of that, what I absolutely undoubtedly believe is that for somebody starting out, and I'm talking about not the person that says, oh, I've already got an expertise in this area, I just need to learn how to package that up into a course. I'm not talking about that person. That person has an expertise to leverage. I'm talking about the person that started like me, where it's, I want to make some more money. I'd like to maybe replace my day job one day, but I've got no real skills to identify. I don't know where to begin. So to that person, having done all the things I've done over these years, I absolutely believe that affiliate marketing is the best option. And I say that not just because, I've got a book about that, or it's, whatever. I say that because when I look at all the different business models that I've been involved in, there are, in my opinion, and again, we can get into this, I'm sure, throughout the call, there are 4 fundamental skills that will apply to every business model. And do you want me to mention those now?
Yeah.
So these 4 fundamental skills, I call these the 4 core areas of focus. There is traffic generation, right? I don't care what business you do, you have to be able to get people to your offer, to your website. So traffic is a key one. Capturing those people is the second one, meaning you're driving visitors to a website now, you're doing ads or whatever, and you're getting them from where they are to where you want them to be. But most people aren't going to respond to your offer right away. So you've got to capture that audience somehow. Get them onto your email list, capture and build an audience. I mean, today there's even more ways of doing that, right? Through retargeting, for example. So you can build audiences, but I primarily say get them on your list. And so when we've now got them on our list, the third thing is to follow up with those people. We have to learn the ability and the skill to build an audience and now follow up with them, because that's where most of the sales will be made. And that's actually the fourth and final part of my 4 core areas, is the ability to make sales, the ability to turn your audience into customers. And so when I look at all my businesses and all the ventures I've been involved in, those 4 things still apply. It doesn't matter whether it's e-commerce, whether it's coaching, whether it's affiliate marketing, those 4 things will always have to be learned and done. But if I look at, let's take my cosmetics business, on top of those 4 things, I also have to learn how to manufacture product, how to deal with inventory, how to deal with shipping and fulfillment, product returns, a whole host of other things. And admittedly, that business, it cost tens and tens of thousands before we could even make an offer. We had to do all of that before. So when I assess everything, my opinion is why wouldn't you start with the thing that's got the least amount of resistance? Why would you not go for the business model that requires the least amount of new things to be learned to enable you to succeed? And so that's why I emphasize, for most people, if you want to go from 0 to say $3,000 a month, which I always like to pinpoint as most people I think could replace a day job with $3,000 a month in their online business. affiliate marketing, in my opinion, the least number of skills to learn to do it. It can be done on the side because it's not going to require your full-time attention. So it can be done on the side of a day job, just like I began. And ultimately, once you learn those things, it actually opens the doors to anything you want to do. You know, I personally, as much as I train and teach thousands of people in affiliate marketing, I view it as almost a gateway. You know, it's a gateway to anything because, again, once you learn those fundamental skills, you can apply them in anything. You know, most people wouldn't look at me as somebody that's got, you know, a rapidly growing female cosmetics brand, you know, and granted, it's together with my wife. She's the face of it. But the reason I can grow a cosmetics brand that's primarily selling only to women is because I learned the skills, and it all came from affiliate marketing. And so that's why I stand behind that mission.
And I completely, we didn't agree on this. We didn't speak before. I totally agree with you because it's exactly how I started as well. It was a marketing opportunity. And I first focused on driving traffic, which was Facebook ads in 2016. Then, and I was just driving traffic to their funnels, obviously with my affiliate link. Then, okay, I built my own landing page, so capturing people. Then I built my own follow-up segments, and then obviously, so exactly what you said. And then I transferred all the skills to my own coaching program, building like $1 million coaching program, then e-commerce, then an agency. So, so true what you just said. So guys, then obviously you have a book. We'll put the link in the description for people interested in starting in this world. And you also say something like pretty bold, which is affiliate marketing as you know it is dead. So this is like pretty bold statement claim. So why is that? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, no, it is. It's a statement that people fight me on social media all the time. But here's what I mean. So as I already mentioned, I started affiliate marketing quite a long time ago now. And again, this is why I think those 4 skills are so great because they've never changed. You know, Facebook might be the new platform or YouTube or whatever. Yeah. But the ability to drive traffic, those 4 skills, it doesn't go away. It doesn't change. Now, for me, when I look back over the last 13 years of doing affiliate marketing, 12 years full time doing affiliate marketing now, there has been some quite significant shifts, I believe, in the industry as a whole, the whole internet marketing industry. And a lot of people I don't think have that insight because they weren't doing it 15 years ago or so. But what I can tell you that I've seen change is 2 main things. Number one, the average price of a traditional front-end offer. Like, so, you know, as an affiliate, typically what I'm going to look for when I'm looking for products to promote is like great products, of course, first and foremost, got to be a great offer. And then, you know, provided I can stand behind that offer that I'm making for my audience is, you know, what are the potential returns from me making that offer? Now, 10 or so years ago, for anyone that's watching this that was around back then, if you could delve into your memory, what you might recall is the typical front-end product, as in that front-end offer of somebody's funnel, it would usually be between $70 and $100. And what also it was actually ebooks primarily all those years ago. You know, today people are selling things like video courses or software as their front-end product, you know, and so the type of product has changed. But the main reason I'm highlighting that is because today, if you look at typical affiliate offers for most type of products that people are promoting, the product price has gone from an average of, say, $70 to $100 to an average of maybe $10 to $30. Now, someone might question, well, what does that matter? I don't see why that's relevant. Well, it's relevant because if we just assume that a typical commission is 50%, if I'm promoting a product at 50% that was primarily used to be $100, I can get $50 for that sale. But that same comparable product, that identical type of offer today, people, unfortunately, over the years, they've competed on price and it's been a bit of a race to the bottom. And so that product that would have paid me $50 10 years ago, today might pay me $5 to $10. Now, what that means is this. That means, obviously, the amount of money, the compensation, the commissions I get as an affiliate has dramatically dropped on those type of products, which in and of itself, you might say, well, it's not great, but I don't see the problem. Well, here's where the problem comes in with this second component to this. You will know as a traffic person, probably myself, which way does the cost of traffic go? Are we sitting here today saying, you know what, I'm so excited for next year because traffic costs keep going down. Every year my traffic gets cheaper. Life's wonderful. Like, no, what we sit here and say is, how do we make my business more profitable? Because the cost of traffic keeps going up. You know, what we paid for a click today on Facebook ads is probably 3 to 5 times what we paid 3 to 5 years ago. And in 1 year, 2 year, 3 years from now, the cost of getting a click on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or anywhere else will probably be 50 to 100% more than what it is today. Yeah. And so when you've got the cost, if you look at these two things, the cost of traffic going up, the commissions paid going down, we have a problem. You know, for most people, it isn't that they can't get traffic. It's that traditional affiliate marketing does not work in the context of higher costs of traffic, lower commissions means you can go and do traffic. You can get Facebook ads, YouTube ads, but if you're promoting stuff that most people are trying to promote, you have not got a chance of doing that profitably. You know, if I pay, just to put some tangible numbers on this, let's imagine I pay $3 a click on Facebook ads and I get 100 clicks today. That's $300 I've spent. Now let's imagine the typical offer converts. Let's say it's a great offer and it converts at 5%. You know, most front-end offers with cold traffic that I've at least had access to, typically people are saying, oh, it converts at 1 to 3%. It's a great offer, you know, but let's look at that. $300 spent, 100 visitors, and I got 5 sales, my 5% conversion, and it pays me $10 a sale. Well, I spent 300 and I made back, what, $50. So I'm 250 negative, which as an affiliate, unfortunately, typically speaking, most affiliate offers, they're not going to pay you on the back-end coaching sales or the future sales that happen in the back end of that business. They pay you on what happens up front, and now they have the customer and that's theirs. And so for me, when I look at the traditional affiliate marketing model, which is exactly as I've just laid out, the reason most people are struggling and failing at that affiliate marketing model today is because they're losing money. And to anyone watching this that's sitting there saying, I've been failing at affiliate marketing for a year, 2 years, 3 years, when you step back and look at it, the reason you deem yourself as failing is because you are losing money, not making money. And that's why.
Nice. Yeah. So basically you would recommend to, if I got it right, to promote higher ticket products at least, honestly, because...
Yes, exactly. So, and it's not just that. What I like to look at is, I think people have to start looking beneath the surface. Mm-hmm. You know, if you like the type of offers I was just talking about there, what I would say is like, it's the tip of the iceberg. It's just that little piece that's visible to most people. But you will know, and I will know, and many other people will know that actually after that first sale, in pretty much any profitable, successful business, there's a lot more that takes place. You know, if I break down my business, I might, you know, somebody might order my book and, you know, that's free. We give those away free. Somebody gets a copy of my book. They pay like this $7 just for the shipping and handling. But my goal, I don't make any money when I send that book. In fact, actually, I lose some money when I send that book out. And I do that, and I can do that because I know that some of the people that read my book, they will want to keep working with me. And I've got some of the best, you know, back-end premium programs in the entire industry for our customers. And so when I look at what I do, if I only had my book and I could only make $1 or $2 when I sold that or gave that away, I wouldn't be able to operate my business. The reason I can is because I've got further products to offer, and some of my customers will always be running back to us wanting more of what we've got to offer. Now, as an affiliate, unfortunately, you don't typically, you're promoting other people's products. And so if they're only paying you or offering a commission on that first product, or maybe the upsells as well is pretty common, right? But they're all usually lower priced. And so again, the only way to combat the rising cost of traffic is to increase the returns you make from the traffic you get. And so as an affiliate, what I encourage people to do today is to seek out specific type of offers that they can promote. Yes, it's got to be a great product. Everything you offer has to be of value to your audience. Otherwise, you won't have a business very long. But start looking beyond that first sale. You know, there aren't huge amounts of them, but say, for example, I could name 1 or 2 companies right now that if you promote their software and somebody signs up for a trial, that company will pay you not only on the software that they purchased if they stay with it, but they'll also pay you on the $1,000 or $2,000 packages that they offer. And you can get a $500 or $1,000 commission in some of these affiliate programs. And I firmly believe that that's what affiliates should be looking for, is the ability that if they're going to stand behind a product that they're promoting, try and seek out offers that they will compensate you on everything that your customer buys in future. You know, some companies call these, you know, lifetime cookies or lifetime commissions. Some people will say, you know, sticky cookies, things like this. But essentially it's meaning if you send a customer to that business, that customer, anything else they purchase in future would be tracked back to you because you referred that customer to the business. And that's the type of thing I like to look for, as well as I would throw into this as well, stuff that pays a recurring commission. Yeah. You know, I actually had an ebook that I gave away for free in 2009. And inside of that ebook, it had a link to an autoresponder. It's actually Aweber. I don't know if it doesn't matter, but it was an autoresponder. And every person that signed up for that, they pay monthly, but Aweber will pay you a monthly commission for as long as those people stay. Now, I've not really done anything in terms of recommending that service, really, since then. Still to this day, and it's not huge amounts of money by any stretch, but I receive between $100 to $200 a month from Aweber, and I've received that since 2009, every month like clockwork. And so, you know, that type of stuff I like to look for as well. You know, page builders, software services, things that when somebody signs up, they typically are going to stay, and it's going to pay me every single month. You know, there are other services that pay me thousands a month that I've referred customers to. And so that's the type of stuff, long-term, bigger commissions, high-ticket commissions, and recurring commissions. That to me is a great thing to be looking for as an affiliate.
Love it. So guys, I'm going to put the link of Dean's book, it's a free book, in the description. So if you want to get it, just click the link. Obviously, it will be all about affiliate marketing and the new way, Dean's way to do it, obviously successfully. And I was mentioning at the beginning of this that I met Dean at John Pemberton's event in 2017. And he was talking about a concept called the perfect offer, okay? And it's something that Dean used, I think, to make over $1 million, right? Giving away stuff for free. So if you can, explain it, because I'm sure people are very curious about this and how the perfect offer works and how can people use it.
Yeah, no, great question. Yes, and this what I'm about to share, honestly, has changed my life. It's changed my businesses. It's the same way that we were able to get into the cosmetics industry and compete with billion-dollar brands. You know, it's the same way that I operate my businesses today. And I genuinely believe that not only is it the best way to get customers, but it's the best way for your customers to find out if you're the people to help you as well. So basically, the simple premise of what I call the perfect offer is tapping into what I believe is one of, if not the most powerful word in marketing, and that is free. You know, everybody loves something for free. And I'll explain, if you don't mind, just for a minute, I'll explain the backstory of where this originally came from for me. So I love food. I love to eat. I love food. It's one of my passions. It's one of my guilty pleasures. It's why I'm always battling my weight, because I just love to eat. And when there's a place in London called, I think you'd pronounce it like Borough Market.
Okay.
It's like a food market. It's actually Europe's biggest and oldest. I think it's Europe's oldest market. It's been around since like the 1900s or something. And somebody told me once, you've got to go there if you love food. Just have a walk around. It'll be amazing. And so I went, and I was walking around with my wife. And as I was going around, being somebody that loves food, the thing that first got my attention that I loved is there's all these stall owners that are offering their different types of food and goods that they're selling. And I came across this one, and they were giving out free samples of food. I think it was cheese, actually. They had all their different cheeses that they sold, and they had little like shavings of cheese, little cubes all chopped up on this board. And I saw this huge line of people waiting to get to this stall, and I was wondering, like, what are they doing? Because around there was other cheese stalls, and they didn't have anyone stood near them, and there was just this one, and it had this line of people queuing up. And so, being inquisitive, I walked over to see what was kind of going on, and I realized I saw them doing this thing. They were offering free samples of their product, which was cheese. And as I stood closer to hear what was going on, each time somebody moved forward from the line and they got to try different samples, the guys that were running the business, they would say to them, which one was your favorite? And usually people would identify one, and then they would ask them, how much would you like to take? And so then a lot of these people would say, oh yeah, can I, buy some of that one and this quantity of it? And as I stood back, I literally watched for like 10 or 15 minutes, amused at this, because I was thinking, all these other businesses selling similar products of you haven't really got anybody buying them. And you're giving them away for free, and yet I'm watching people hand money over like crazy. Like almost every person that tried something for free said, yes, I'd like to buy more. And of course, some people said, no, I'm good, thank you. It wasn't for me. But a lot of them were taking out their wallets, buying some products. And I remember standing back thinking, like, wow, I'm watching somebody make so much money by giving away a little sample of what they have for free. And I remember standing back thinking, like, how can I do this? How can I do this on the internet? How can I do this same thing? And of course, I just want to say something, because maybe some people watching are thinking this. Like, it is very common for people to give away free case studies or free webinars, free reports, freebie type, downloadable type stuff. This isn't what I was seeing. This wasn't a freebie thing. This was like an actual tangible product. This was a piece of cheese. This was a real thing that had real costs involved to it. And so I was looking at what I do, which was all digital courses and products back then. When I first saw this, I didn't have a book or anything physical. And I remember walking away, and for a while I tried to figure it out, and I just couldn't. I couldn't see how this same offline approach could be done online. And then I happened to come across somebody that became a mentor to me for many years, Russell Brunson. He actually, I saw this banner on this website one day, and it said free book. And I was like, free book? It must be an ebook. I was like, what's this guy doing? Because I followed Russell since like 2010 or something, right? So I was like, what's he doing? And I went onto his website, and I saw, and it was like, I will send you a physical copy of this book if you just pay for the shipping and handling. And I was like, this is like what I saw that day at the market. Like, because this was about 18 months later. I'd forgotten about it because I couldn't figure it out. I thought, no, it's just not possible. And I saw him doing this, and I connected the dots. I was like, wow, somebody has done it. Somebody online has done what I couldn't figure out, a year or two ago. And so I actually sent him a Facebook message, and I was like, I wonder if you can help me or advise me. And long story short, through that, I ended up paying Russell like $25,000. I joined his mastermind program for a year, and I learned how he was doing this thing, which was to have a physical product, which for him was a book, and how to give them away for free and get loads of customers that way. And I remember being in this program with Russell in his mastermind, seeing, because this was 5 years ago. So obviously Russell, as most people would know him watching this, he owns ClickFunnels, has over 100,000 users. But I saw this from the beginning, very early on in ClickFunnels' journey. I saw how him giving away these books was getting thousands of people a month to sign up to ClickFunnels. And all of a sudden I realized, like, this is it. Like, people love free stuff. It's a real tangible physical thing, which I've gone on to learn today that people, in my opinion, respond even better to a physical item because I think it feels real. It's more tangible. Yeah. It's like an actual thing people can hold. And so I basically came home from that mastermind, and I worked on my very first physical product, which wasn't a book because I didn't think I could do a book. It looked complicated. I'm not very good at writing, so I was like, oh, I can't do a book. So what I actually did, I took some of my digital training and I put it onto something similar to like this, like a flash drive, right? Like a USB stick flash drive. And I started giving them away for free, and people could just pay like $6 or $7, $5 or $6, and I would send them that for free with my training on. And it just went amazingly well. I went from, normally somewhere between 1% to 3% of people that would see my offer in the past, my digital products, would buy those. Like between, say 2 out of 100 people that would see my digital course would say yes. The moment we went live with that, it became 1 in 10. So like 10% of people were now ordering it. So I literally trebled the number of customers I was getting overnight. So just by changing, just to be clear, like I took the same digital course that I was selling for like $37 or $27, whatever it was, and put that onto the USB stick. So it was actually still the same product. It's the same offer, the same product, just packaged in a different way. and we 3x'd the number of customers we got without changing anything. With just that, without, no more traffic, nothing. Just so, and that was my first experience of that. And since then, I do not promote, like for my own business, like all my traffic goes to my physical front end offers now. So today I've got, a book that we've already mentioned. The link will be in the description. I've done like a USB sticks that have digital training on them. So people just put them into their computer and load up the videos instead of accessing them online. So it's just slightly different way of packaging it up. And so that literally changed everything. And what that's done for me and what that's done for our affiliates that promote our offers is it enables them to get customers and start making money a lot easier.
Yeah.
And that's just been my experience, because people are responding to that type of offer much more. I actually think it's a more valuable thing to be able to send someone a book than a PDF. To me, it's just been a great thing. And like I say, we've done that across all my businesses now. And so, for me, this perfect offer, this like ultimate funnel approach is about having a free physical item first. And then from there, obviously, following up and doing all those other things in the behind the scenes.
Amazing. Yeah, I think it's Dan Kennedy who says that people love stuff. Like they love to see stuff. And so he would send like boxes full of stuff and things, gadgets even, because really people love this, and it's so true. And obviously, guys, again, if you want to really experience the perfect offer, there is the link again in the description. So you see the whole process, how we structure it, and obviously you can model, because, one of the fastest ways to make you have success is modeling what other people are doing successfully. So you talked already about the 4 areas to have success online: traffic and capturing, follow-up, and sales. But what would be like 3 top tips for people to have success online? Like maybe mindset, maybe like more tactical stuff. Like what would you recommend?
Yeah, no, great question. I think this question, I always find this question a bit funny in a way, because actually the reality of what the answer isn't typically what people want to hear. Usually, I'm asked that question a lot by different people, and usually what people would hope that I say is like, oh, well, if you use this way of getting traffic, like everything changes, like, oh, I've got a secret YouTube ad trick that nobody else knows. And that's the only thing you need. And so, like, of course, those things are very important. Like we said, there's those 4 areas. You have to learn those. But when I look back, it's funny, I started off this call with you where I shared that the first 4 years for me were horrendous, and I got into all that debt. The ironic thing in hindsight, looking back, is everything I did to be able to then start making money and leave my job and do all these things, that information was there from day one. Like the concepts that I learned in 2008 that finally allowed me to succeed, those concepts I were hearing in 2004. I just didn't listen. I just didn't follow them, which, I cannot have this type of conversation on this question without saying that, in my opinion, the most important component is you as an individual. I'm talking to the listener, not you particularly, but the listener. Like, you as a person, you are the most important cog in this machine, because I'll tell you something, like all the information you need, whether that's from me, from you, Sonny, from any book, from any guru, from any expert, whoever you choose to listen to, what I want to tell you is all the information that anybody needs is already readily available. I'm not saying it's all free, but I'm saying, like, you might have to invest, but it's all available to you. The experts that you need that have done what you want to do are available to you right now, this moment, okay? So why is it then that somebody like me starts out and doesn't do that? Why did I not, you were very fortunate from what you shared. Like, most people don't have that. Most people are more like what I started like.
Yeah.
And so, like, we have to look at, like, well, if all the information is there and all the opportunity and the right people are there, why is it so common that most people fail for years like I did? And I truly believe that actually I was the reason I was failing. People were telling me right from the beginning, I was reading about, oh, the money is in the list. You must build an email list. I didn't start building an email list till 2009. And ironically, that was the same year I left my job. Is that coincidence? I don't think so. So, like, you have to, like, I think the cold hard reality is, and this is a tough pill to swallow for most people, you are probably going to have to change. Like, who you are today, if you are watching this and you're struggling, who you are right now probably has to alter in some way. And I'm not saying that like, oh, you're a loser or anything like that. What I'm saying is like, when I look back, I wasn't ready to hear the right information. I wasn't ready to get the advice, and I wasn't ready to put in the work because I'd believed a lot of misinformation and a lot of half-truths. I'd believed the get-rich-quick hype and promises. And so that's what I believed to be true. And so that's what I was pursuing. And anything that told me about building a list or building this or doing the work, I was closed off to, because that didn't fit in with what I wanted to believe. And so I have to say that the number one thing I would say here is mindset, yourself, the internal aspects to this. You are going to have to develop yourself. You're going to have to get, build your confidence. You're going to have to build your resilience. You're going to have to be willing to fail. You're going to have to be willing to do things that feel outside of your comfort zone, that don't feel incredible to you. And I'm not saying you've got to force yourself to do stuff that you don't want to do or necessarily that you hate. What I'm saying is there's certain skills you've got to learn that we've already identified, and that takes a particular mindset to be able to go through with that. So first and foremost, the mindset side of things, the internal battles, because no amount of tactics, strategies, advice, gurus, or anything will help you if you first don't help yourself. So that's the first and foremost thing I would say. Now, the second thing I would say, and I think you've hit the nail on the head by sharing with me and with everyone listening, that you were fortunate because you found the right company and the right advice and the right experts to guide you early on, which means you didn't go through the years of hell that somebody like me went through. And so that has to be the next thing that I share, is find the right mentor, expert, somebody to guide you, somebody that's been there and done it, somebody that's actively done or doing what it is that you want to do. And please, like, for God's sake, I would say to anyone, like, stop buying the get rich quick, hypey, buzzy. If something tells you that in 3 clicks of a mouse, it's going to flood your sites with traffic, run away. If somebody tells you that you can install this blog theme and you'll automatically, your life will change and you'll start waking up to tons of commissions, run away. Because what I will come back to and stress is that there are just 4 fundamental areas that you need to learn. We don't need to repeat it. We said it earlier. So the second thing I would share on this question is get the right help and follow the right path, because I promise the moment you do that and you commit to that one proven path with the right help and support, that's where it becomes possible to change your life in a short period of time. Yeah. This get rich quick notion on the internet, it is actually possible if you get the right help and you follow a proven plan. I didn't have a proven plan until the end of 2008. But once I got it with the right help, my life changed within less than a year. Like literally within less than a year, I was my own boss, working from home, making thousands of dollars a month, and my life changed. But it took me 4.5 years of failure and misery before that made sense to me. And so I want to encourage anyone, just stop. If you're on that path right now and you're like, I've been trying and buying loads of stuff, just stop. Stop and find one proven path, whoever that is. Doesn't have to be me, doesn't have to be Sunny, doesn't have to, whoever it is, follow one proven path. So that's 2 things, isn't it? So the mindset, the internal aspects is the biggest thing of all. Getting the right help and having a proven plan to follow from someone that's already done it, that can guide you and help you. And you asked for 3, right? So let me think of a third. And that would be, my third thing would be, is to try and keep things as simple as is possible. Like there is if I look back when I was struggling, everything seemed so complicated. It felt like there was a million things to learn and everything seemed so strange and overwhelming and confusing. And I'll even admit that even today I have the same struggle, but for a different reason. Today, after 17 years of learning, I tend to overcomplicate things today because I actually know so much stuff. Yeah. Okay, I've just been in so many seminars, so many courses. There's a lot of information in my head about online marketing, and I now have a danger of overcomplicating because I'm trying to use everything I know. And what I've learned is, and I have this, it's actually not around. In fact, it fell off the wall. I had this thing that I had on the wall, and it just said simplicity. And I named my year the year of simplicity, so that anytime I feel like, oh, it feels complicated, I step back, I look at that word and I think, is there an easier way? And this is why I developed those 4 areas, because if I focus most of my time on driving traffic, capturing my audience, following up with them and making offers, usually my results are going in a good direction. But anytime I get wound up or consumed with things like, oh, well, maybe we could design a new logo for my blog, or maybe there's a new theme that looks better, or, oh, should we play around with our funnel a little bit and change this or change that when it's already working? It's like, just keep things as simple as possible, and that should steer people in a good direction as well. So what was that? So that was mindset. Work on yourself, and don't ignore how important that is. Get the right help and advice. Go to the right experts, even if it means spending money. I promise you'll spend less in the long run. And third and finally, keep things as simple as possible.
Love it. So I would add maybe a fourth one. I asked for 3, obviously, but for people listening, I would add focus. Like, obviously, people, tend to look at so many things and get so many problems. But as you said, once you find the right mentor, just follow everything he teaches. Then, of course, after a while, maybe you need someone else to go to the next level. That's fine. But at the beginning, just stick with one, master what he teaches, and then maybe move to something else.
Great.
So last question, actually, if you can share some bonus, top secret tip, top secret profit generator that people can use in their business right now to obviously maximize their results, make more money online, and all this good stuff.
Ooh, that's a big question. Oh yes, you're testing me here right at the end. Okay, so something that people could go and do now and try and improve their results. Gosh, I might sound a bit boring here, kind of going over some little bits that I've said. But again, I see so many people stay stuck, and so my biggest thing is to help people get moving forwards more successfully. And so here would be my advice, and I'm going to couple this together with something we'd already spoke about, so it maybe formulates a bit of a plan for people to leave with. So we've touched on those 4 core areas that I've spoke about, right? So traffic, capturing your audience, building your list, following up with them, and making high quality offers. And we spoke about the best type of offers to look for as an affiliate. So here's what I would say as the tip or the big thing for people to leave with. Take those 4 core areas and choose one thing for each of them. So leave this call now and choose one way that you're going to focus on how to get traffic, right? Once you've decided on that, choose one place you're going to send them, one website, one page, one simple URL, one link. And that's probably needs to be like a squeeze page typically, right? To get them to opt in, or direct to an affiliate offer if you want to do it that way. Choose one primary way of following up. So if you've got them on your list, that's going to be emailing them, but decide how often will I email? Maybe decide to send 1 email a day. So you're communicating consistently. So one way of getting traffic, one place you're sending them, one way of following up, and choose one offer to promote. Now I know that, but what if I promote 10 offers? Can't I make more? Yes, you can. But until you can sell one thing, forget about the other 10, right? So that's what I would say for people to leave here with. If you want a tangible plan to work towards right now, choose one way of getting traffic, one place to send them, send 1 email a day to people when they're on your list, and choose one initial offer that you're going to stand behind to promote. Okay, and if you can leave here and start doing that, you're focused on the right stuff. You can't not eventually get results. And I know, laws and whatnot, nobody can guarantee results or promise a result of any kind. But what I can promise you is when you focus in the right areas and you don't give up and you've got help and support whilst you're doing it, to me, the results and success of that becomes inevitable. I can't say when. Some people it happens in weeks, some people in 6 months, some people in 2 years, 4 years, but eventually it happens. So I don't know if that's a juicy enough bit of advice at the end there, but that's generally what I would do.
Yeah, and again, it comes back again to focus on one thing for each area, stick with that, make it work, and then move to the next stuff.
And if I can I'll just throw in one other thing, because actually what will typically stop people, and it goes with what you've mentioned, focus. One of the worst things or one of the most prominent things that I see that holds people back is that once let's say, I have a lot of people come to me and we start working together and things like this. And so I look at it that right, this is now the new starting point. But what I sometimes see, even with people we work closely with, is that they keep themselves shackled by the old bad habits and experiences of the past. And what I mean by that is, pure example, sometimes people come to me and they've subscribed to hundreds of different lists over their years of trying, right? So in their email inbox, if I look in it, they're getting dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of new emails a day. Most of them are promotions for products, right? Because they're on people's lists and they're selling stuff. So one thing that I say, and in my experience, it's taught me that some people, or a lot of people, struggle with this. You have to sever ties with whatever else has happened in the past. You know, so for example, if someone's listening to this and they're like, I've spent $20,000 on hundreds of products, nothing's helped me. You've got to have that hard look in the mirror where you say that money's gone.
Yeah.
Like, I've made my mistakes. I've pursued stuff that wasn't right. And I believed stuff that wasn't good to believe. But if I'm to change my life and move forwards positively, I've got to let it go. And I say that because, you know, I've had many experiences where I've sat with clients and I've said, the best thing for you to do is not just unsubscribe, close down this Gmail account because it's just full of offers every day. Delete the thing and start a new one.
Amazing.
And I've actually had clients in my office with me, sat with me, shaking with nerves. So this is no exaggeration, shaking with nerves because they were so scared to delete that inbox, knowing that that's where all their purchases have gone. That's where all their login details for the million products they've bought in the past are. And my advice as I sat there, I said, you will never succeed, even with my help, if you are scared to let go of that those shiny objects and that stuff. And so I just want to, impart that final bit to anyone watching is like, if the stuff you've done in the past was no good, didn't work, sever the ties and allow yourself to move forwards.
Amazing. So guys, just now go ahead, delete the Gmail account you have and only subscribe to Dean's newsletter.
Yes, of course. Yeah, don't listen to anyone but me. I'm the best in the world.
I love it. Actually, yeah, I love that tip. I should probably do it as well. I have so many people. I subscribe to so many emails, newsletters as well, but most of them are actually not useful. Let's put it that way. So I'm sure people are blown away from this, took lots of notes. Where can people find out more about you, what you do, and everything you do online?
Yeah, no, appreciate that. So I think the simple place just to share with people would be deanholland.com. It doesn't really have much going on there right now, but depending on when people watch this, I'm actually about to start a weekly video series, like my own YouTube channel, and I'm going to be posting that on deanholland.com. There'll be videos on there, and there's some pretty helpful stuff over there at the moment. So yeah, deanholland.com, and you've already mentioned throughout we're giving away free copies of my book, so we'll get the link for that and put it in the description. So if people want to learn more about what I do or how I can help, I would definitely order a copy of the book. It's free. All I ask is $7 or whatever it is for the shipping. Order the book and just have a read of that, and hopefully that really helps.
Amazing. Yeah, thank you so much, Dean, really for your time. I know it's very precious, valuable, and I'm sure people got many questions. If you have questions, guys, let us know in the comments. We're going to come back as soon as possible. And looking forward to meet you soon in person after this crazy time.
Yes.
And of course, and keep crushing it, mate. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Bye, guys.